Hi, welcome to Send Out Cards. I'm Janine Bolon, and I'll be walking you through what I do when it comes to send out cards, what has helped me grow my business. I realized when I first started Send Out Cards, I was only doing this for my business. I had no intention of growing a team. I had no intention of having over 100 people that I was training every week. And it has kind of become this huge thing that I hadn't expected. I only had time to do it on Saturdays. And what I did was I would wake up on Saturday morning and I would work until the first child woke up. One of the things I wanted to do as I started bringing on more and more team members was I set up trainings for Saturday mornings. Again, it was before my children woke up. We now have changed that to Thursdays, which is what you have before you now. So what I'd like to share with you is that I started off as a financial first responder. This was my day job, and I was using send out cards to follow up with around 236 of my clients. And that was pretty much all I was doing until we hit about 2019. And that's when my business started growing with send out cards. So for you with send out cards, what I'd like to share with you are some of the tips and things that have really helped me in my business to grow it, as well as it moved from being only an expense item with my business to I actually am now making income with that. So that was something that was interesting to have happen over the course of the last 3 years. So what I'd like you to do is go to your account where I have it here with the big arrow. And then once you've moved from there, click on account again. And what you're going to find is your screen. What we want to make sure of is that you have your return address correct. This is important not only for the cards that you're sending, but we'll talk about it a little bit more in the future. When you send cards to people and they get turned back to you, what is really wonderful to do is to send them a message and say, what did I do wrong? I usually end up showing them a picture of the card I sent and said, I want to get this to you. How do I update your account? What is amazing is in all that time, I've only had to delete 3 people from my account over the course of the last 6 years by using that system. Usually people will notify me when they're getting ready to move because they get used to my send out cards. Okay, the cards that I'm sending. So go ahead now and you want to access your current contacts that you have. Maybe you already have a CSV file for your business that you will upload. I encourage you to do that next. And then the third step in the process, after you've made sure your address is correct, after you've uploaded your contacts, you want to download the app so that you have it on your phone, that you also have it on your tablet. You want to put it everywhere that you work, because the whole purpose of send out cards is if somebody pops into your head like, oh, I wonder how so-and-so is doing. I know that their pet just recently died, or they have a sick uncle, or whatever the thing is. When people pop into your head, send them one of those heartfelt cards right then and there. And if you have the app on your phone or you have it on your tablet, it doesn't matter if you're at your computer or not, because you can access all your content, all your contacts, and be able to send that individual card. Now, one of the things that happened is as I was training more and more people, I realized that there was a system that you could use to really grow your business. And what you can do is you spend an hour a week doing prospecting, an hour a week doing follow-up, an hour a week connecting with people, and an hour a week training yourself or your team. And this was called the 4-hour-a-week system. I spent a lot of time training people on how to go about prospecting. And what I shared with them was you have a lot of folks that are friends of yours on Facebook, on LinkedIn. And what you want to do is you want to go to YouTube or one of those files and find out how to download all of your friends on Facebook and all your connections on LinkedIn into a CSV file, and spend an hour a week doing nothing but asking people for their addresses so you can send them a card in the mail. Say that you were thinking of them and that you wanted to do this. This is data that I had. I started off with 1,100 friends on Facebook and 1,400 connections in LinkedIn. This is back in 2018. And I was just showing my people how I could grow by prospecting the number of people that I work with. The next thing is to do an hour a week of follow-up. Now, you'll notice that if you are a business owner that has quite a large business, you're going to have teams of people helping you do this. But one of the things that Send Out Cards is great at is being able to do follow-up. And so I always said to folks, the best metric to use is just how many addresses do you have in Send Out Cards? It's very difficult to do follow-up with people if you don't have ways of contacting them. I prefer cards because I can send cards at 2 a.m. when I can't sleep or what have you. There are times I'll wake up and I'll just send 4 or 5 cards because I'm thinking about people. This is a way to really stay in touch with the people you like. And the other thing is, don't be afraid to ask people for their addresses. I mean, the worst they can say is no, but I am constantly building my database of people. Okay. Then spend an hour a week connecting with people. And that's where you get on Facebook or LinkedIn and you talk to them about your cards. The other thing is when somebody reaches out to you and says, I really love your cards, Janine. The very first thing I do is I say, would you like me to show you how to use them? And I'd like you to start training yourself on showing people send out cards because that is another way of increasing your business. The last thing is spend an hour a week training yourself. Okay. So that's that 4-hour a week system that I was talking about. I will go over each one of these as you move through the course. I'll talk about prospecting. I'll talk about follow up, connecting with people and all that. But I just wanted to share with you that when I first started with send out cards, I monitored how many addresses I got a week using this 4-hour a week system. And what ended up happening was I started off with 289 addresses for my clients, for my business in April of 2020. By October of 2020, you can see here on the screen, I had 498. As of this recording, which is the end of August of 2021, I'm up to 668 addresses. Now, I have done this all myself. I haven't hired anyone else out to do this. I've done it all myself because I wanted to prove to you that by spending this 4-hour week system of working with people and all that, your business will increase. My business has tripled since I started using send out cards now. Is that the only reason? No, but I can tell you it is a very strong reason why I have so much goodwill from people using this 4-hour week system. And it all came about because I was teaching other affiliates and all kinds of multi-level marketing marketing companies about it. So this is the end of this particular training. I just wanted to kind of walk you through the basics. So the first thing is make sure that your return address is correct. The second thing is make sure you download your CSV and upload the addresses. For those of you who are book authors that I seem to attract, make sure that everybody you've sent a book to, make sure you follow up. And one of the things that I do is I'll take some book that I have published and I'll put that on the front, and then it will flip it over on the back and say, have you had a chance to read the book? If yes, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. And that's the way I build testimonials and stuff for the website, that sort of thing. Anyhow, no matter why you are in the send out card business, please realize that we have trainings every Thursday now, and that I will be glad to help you. For my friends who are in Australia, hello, my people of the future, realize that I started the Thursday trainings for you, and that I want to help you as much as I can. So welcome to the trainings. And if you have any questions, you have my email below this video. Feel free to email me any of the questions you have, and during the recordings, we'll take care of it. And that's the end of this beginning, and we will chat with you again soon.